It is Halloween week, and I'm trying to get in the spirit with you guys because Monday the 28th through to Sunday the 3rd of November is a big deal week ahead. We have some really important aspect patterns playing out in our sky, most notably that Mars Pluto opposition, which promises to be quite intense for the world around aggression and conflict. But in our own lives, we have a surprise with a Mercury Uranus story, as well as a beautiful energy building up between Chiron, the healer, and Venus and Jupiter that can provide us something very positive and very healing and very fated with asteroid Fortuna in the mix on the weekend. And we'll cover that for your sign as well. I have some cool other asteroids to discuss today, like Fortuna I did, but Apollo, which is with the South Node, which can mean a fall of a sun god, which is a fall of a world leader. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lori Lothian, using the Western Tropical Zodiac and the whole sign house system. And of course, fixed stars and minor asteroids are part of my daily diet. And in this way, we help share sky stories that help you time your best life, because astrology should be a navigational tool, not a place that makes you afraid or worried about your life, but rather allows for you to make decisions that are proactive and to move with the flow of the sky, not against it. So good news for us is the weekend ahead individually, difficult stuff for the world at large. Let's break it down. First of all, before we begin, one thing I am sharing with everybody now is that the end of my pre-sale pricing is finishing up on November 15th. If you want to get my early access, not early access, but you want to get delivered to your inbox on November 17th, your sign to our video for 2025. Divine timing, like figure out what you're supposed to do based on your astrology with the PDF guidebook or buy the bundle. Those are now on pre-sale. I'm producing the content now. It's delivered to November 17th. Yearly fundraiser, microphones, time stampers, better computer, helps me get the equipment I need to continue to run this channel. If that's something that interests you about being part of this every year fundraiser, these videos don't ever go on YouTube, right? They're privately sold to you. I might give a half-hour quickie for each sign, but not a 2-hour deep dive. So grab that content if you're interested. And the pre-sale price ends November the 15th. All right. So first of all, I want to talk Pluto. I want to go big picture story first, and then we'll narrow it down to some of the ins and the outs of the week ahead, the Venus Saturn problem and stuff. It's a busy week, but in essence, everything about this week has a bass note background, like thrumming in the background, a big bass note. And the big bass note that we're dealing with is the thing to do with Pluto and Mars coming into an opposition, as Mars comes through the last degree of Capricorn, Cancer, opposite Pluto in the last 29th degree of Capricorn. This isn't just about this week. This is about a pattern of power and control and war and opposition and rebellion. These are Mars-Pluto opposition stories, and generally Mars-Pluto stories at all, that have been running through the world, running through our collective sky for everybody. Now, I'm going to give you some interesting features of what I'm talking about, okay? Let me just grab my little data set that I wrote down here, and I'm going to tell you about when we've been dealing with this, how we've been dealing with this since 2008. What I'm addressing are large cycles of time that Pluto and Mars are about, because Pluto and Mars are about world events when Pluto's involved. And I just want to show you a little bit of a chart or a thing to give you a visual of what I'm talking about. This is simply a screenshot of data I took off of astroseek.com. What a great resource this is for everybody to use. And you can see what I'm talking about here. Every time Mars and Pluto come together, it's a synodic cycle. They unite together in the sky. And back, if you look here, in 1987, we began a cycle that was scorpionic. Pluto and Mars were beginning to connect January of 1984 in Scorpio. And energetically, every like 84, 85, 87, 89, 91, often every 2 years, they reconnected. You could make an argument, I can make an argument, Mars war and violence and conflict and aggression, and Pluto death and transformation and crisis, that those two kept dealing with Scorpio themes, right? Stealth, spies, 3-letter agencies. From 84 to 1995. So if you look at the types of wars that went on, the types of global conflicts that went on, you might see them to be very stealthy or scorpionic. And I'm not going to do a historical lesson on the types of conflicts we saw, but they had a Scorpio nature to them. When we move into the 1997 period through to 2007, which encompasses 9/11 and Sagittarius air travel, but also things to do with spirituality and religions. And of course, it was all about getting back at Al-Qaeda and the Taliban and stuff. We moved into a Mars cycle in the world where the West was battling the Islamic jihadist kind of thing. And that could be definitely war for spiritual or religious reasons, ostensibly. But we can say that that was the era of that type of conflict from 1997 to 2007. I'm not a mainstream media person. I don't believe wars are caused by anything but greed, power, and money. But I'm telling you what the quality of the public view of it was, right? 9/11, let's get those fundamentalist, jihadist Islamic people and let's control them. So 1997, again, to 2007. When we moved to 2008, we began a cycle of Pluto moving through Capricorn, therefore co-joining the god of war, Mars, every year. It started, by the way, December 28th of 2008, we began the subprime loan scandal. But come on, guys, 2008 to the closing chapter of 2022, the last conjunction of Pluto, Mars, and Capricorn, that cycle of planets was all about Me Too movement, Weinstein, Epstein Island, Black Lives Matter, Me Too movement stuff. It was all of this darker stuff to do with power structures and top-down control structures of Capricorn and the underbelly. Because where Pluto goes, he unearths and reveals and digs things up quite often. Now we start in February 14th, 2024 in a new cycle all the way through to February 17th, 2043. 2043 is when we end the yearly or semi-yearly, every 2-year conjunction of Mars and Pluto in Aquarius. What's going on this week? This is the Mars-Pluto opposition from a synodic cycle that began when Mars and Pluto co-joined at 0 degrees of Aquarius on February the 14th, 2024. Now you'll notice that we're already out of the conjoining of the cycle within the bounds of the Capricorn place. So it's got the quality of Aquarius, we the people, technology. So cyber attacks and wars could be more likely to happen. But at this point, we're still running on the energy of February 14th. What occurred on February 14th or in the month of February? Well, in China, who's an Aquarius rising, there were 2 fishermen on February 14th, 15th, Chinese fishermen who wandered in a boat. 4 of them did, into Taiwanese waters and had a battle or tried to escape from the Coast Guard in Taiwan, and 2 of the fishermen drowned. This event around the time of the conjunction was literally about a potential reason for conflict, but China demurred, said, no, thank you, let's do diplomacy, let's not make this into a reason for war. So basically it was China's de-escalation around this event at that time. But because it happened to do with China and Taiwan, it is possible. February 14th will bring us back into a China-Taiwan story again in the news cycle. Also, it was the flower massacre going on in the Gaza-Israel conflict that happened the last part of February, a couple of weeks after the conjunction. But also what happened that was the food aid was being delivered and people were trying to grab the flour, and then these people were shot and killed as they were trying to receive food aid. So that was a big deal. It was called the Flower Massacre. But also you had this stuff going on at the very time of around the 14th, 15th of February, where Israel was starting to go into Rafah, and countries like Britain, England, Canada were saying, no, don't do it. You cannot do a ground incursion there, as well as the United States vetoed a ceasefire. So vetoes of ceasefires, Israel threatening to go into to Rafah, and there was some exchange with Lebanon and Hezbollah, and they fired missiles into Israel, fired missiles into Lebanon. So we'll see those kinds of stories to do with what's going on in the Middle East recapitulated or returning. And Pluto Mars is not nice. It does not play nice. These are going to be dramatic or horrific types of stories if they do occur regarding that particular conflict in the Middle East. So keep that in mind. Any stories to do with world wars and wars, including Ukraine and Russia, may be highlighted dramatically in our news cycle at the end of this week. When does this Pluto-Mars opposition become most active? Well, we're feeling it already as the week begins, but by the time we get to Thursday through to the 3rd, it finishes up on the 4th, we're really in the thick of it, right? It's really almost exact on the 2nd and the 3rd of November, which in my calculator of my days here will be Saturday and Sunday, but I wouldn't discount Friday as well. And then Mars will move out of the sign. He'll leave goodbye of Cancer and move into the next sign, which is going to be, of course, one sign over, Leo. And then Mars will become opposed to Pluto in Aquarius on January the 3rd. Yes, January the 3rd, and again on April 27th. So there's more of that energy going on, but now it's about leaders and people in power. Leo represents, well, celebrities, but also people in power. That can be kings and queens and, presidents and prime ministers. And so the Mars opposite Pluto in this kind of story can lead to a takedown or a difficulty of great severity with a world leader, such as dying or being killed or something like that. We could see that around January 3rd. We can also see that later on April the 27th. Now, let's go ahead and show you the sky. We do your sign here, but I always talk world astrology to begin, and then we cover your sign. My video just came out on the nodes of fate, the new rivers of karmic or destined change in each of our lives for the new Pisces nodal axis and the Virgo axis. This is where eclipses will happen and already have happened with the September 18th Pisces eclipse. If you want to know how to navigate the river of change, please go check that video out. It came out Sunday, the day before you receive this video. Also, Patreon community gets all of this early access ad-free. And so if you wanted to be getting this today on Sunday instead of Monday, you would be absolutely in the right place. I haven't checked the news cycle today. I haven't had time because I'm teaching a class, Sky Reader. But whatever's going on in the world now, you ain't seen nothing yet because this is what's coming. I did hear that Israel has, retaliated again by striking military targets in Iran. Well, whatever. Who started it, right? And at the end of the day, that story may still be playing out for us. Oh, I just had a freezing of my screen. I hope that doesn't happen again. That might mean I'm having a bad internet connection today. All right. Now, in the beginning of this week, I'm pinning this to Aries. You're going to notice a few things happening in the sky. I did talk a bit about this asteroid, and we're going to come back to it. Tracking with Mars is a very difficult asteroid called Bienor. It's a rampaging centaur in a war of the lapis. So somebody on a rampage. In fact, it's probably a good time to read it to you. But Mars with a rampaging centaur, when he is literally in the sign of his fall and he's prone to emotional reactivity, and also, of course, Mars in Cancer is protect family, home, and homeland on the archetypal level. So fierce homeland protection going on here. The strongest centaur at the wedding of the lapis, unstoppable in his rampage, until Theseus climbed on his back and smashed him hard in the face, killing him. So I'm just going to go with anything, like they'll say single-minded, focused determination, but that's kind of bullshit in a way, the software. It's nothing wrong with that interpretation, but let's face it, somebody or something can go on a rampage. When? Anytime this week. We're already in it by the time we come into this week. You're feeling it now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but it's really heating up Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It could just be another terrible shooter story or a terrorist event or an explosion. These are the kinds of things that Mars and Pluto can do together. Mars is in water, some hardship or explosive or untimely hurricane, yet another disaster in water, flooding, hurricanes, matters to do with tsunamis, Mars and water. Rampaging tsunami, something like that could happen with this combination this week ahead for the world. See, your life is not the world. Your life is your little life. We're going to talk about the happy stuff coming up on the weekend for you. But also, what else is there? Nessus is sitting here also in water with Saturn for hardship, retrograde. Things from the past that are still causing water hardships to be dealt up. But nonetheless, Nessus is a revenge story. It's a centaur who took revenge on Hercules. So it's a dark story and a bleak story of revenge. and also sneakery and stealth and lies. So lies, sneaking, revenge energies are going on here. So possibly, again, in the context of global strife and war, this is stuff that is going to be playing out. The nation of Ai in the Middle East, I always try not to say their name, the nation of Ai, Israel, I'm already there. I'm probably getting more shadow banning going on, but they're a Libra rising over here, right? This is the story of them. And you can see that Mars, the rampaging centaur, is going to be connecting to their ascendant. What this represents for Israel is the 10th house of the leadership, which is, Netanyahu and his ilk, Yoav Gallant and all the Zionists who wish to create a greater Israel. They are on the rampage. They are the rampaging centaur. It is not being rampaged upon them, but the leaders of the country are rampaging centaurs. Put it in that context. Yet Pluto at the bottom of the chart, where Mars is opposite, is home and homeland and territory that the country owns or wishes to own. And this is explosive and difficult circumstances going on in the Middle East as a result of this sky as it pertains to the nation of Israel's ascendant. Now, this is Apollo. Apollo is a sun god. A sun god is a leader. South node is letting go, releasing, flushing down the drain, or loss or surrender, or something like weakening of a leader. So a Apollo sun god connected to the nation of Israel could take a fall, could have some kind of down path, downswing as well. Don't forget as well, Salacia is over here, always been on the North Node for a long time. Salacious, scandalous, shocking news stories are in the air, and they continue to be in the air, including the Sean Combs or P. Diddy story. That's exactly a salacious story. It's just like what happened when the same asteroid was Salacia was on the moon of Russell Brand, and he had a salacious story that he had been inappropriate with women in his past. Now, one more thing, and we're going to move into the breakdown of the day by day. But look at this over here. Fortuna is the fates, the spinners of fate, up and down where she goes. Lady Luck. It's Lady Luck. So Lady Luck's fortunes are connected to healing, Chiron, and Hygeia, another asteroid for healing and wellness, connected to a Venus up here, okay, and a Jupiter down here. We're not seeing it yet. I'm going to show you what this looks like as we get to the weekend. Watch the chart circle around. We will get to each individual sign. Anything else I want to say about world events before I move on? I did talk about Flower Massacre. Yes, that's one of the bad things that can happen here. And because the synodic cycle that we're in, when Pluto co-joined Mars in Aquarius on February 14th, 2024. And we already had an opening square. Now, this is the opposition of Mars to Pluto. The closing Mars-Pluto square from the cycle that began in February of this year is going to happen September of 2025. Okay. So there's kind of a weird not staying within the actual fixed signs that this is supposed to be about, the Aquarius and the Leo axis of the chart, which are fixed, signs, and the sort of Scorpio Taurus. It has deviated. It's almost like what we're seeing right now this week is the last flavor, the last foul fragrance, the last stench of what we've been seeing since 2008. And that could be more scandalous sex stories. That could be more dark power structures revealed and unveiled for the world as in a shocking and explosive way at the end of this week. All right. So as we move forward, we're here on October the 21st, which is Monday. Just watch the sky rotate. I'll give you some stories. Monday already, There's Saturn sitting at 13 degrees of the sign of Pisces. Just watch what happens with him. We see that here, Mercury is trining him and will be on Monday and Tuesday. Now, Mercury trine Saturn is positive. Mercury trine Saturn has something to do, because it's a flow, with Mercury news, Scorpio stealth, hidden, secretive, spy agencies, all that kind of stuff, and in forensic investigations, and Saturn producing concrete results. But because it's all about water, right? And these are water signs, it may also be a feeling of deeper intuitive insights, sort of bridging us between the structural world and the deeper intuitive world. In your own life, you can use it maybe Monday, Tuesday for more of a understanding ideas or communications features to do with watery topics, spirituality, occult mysteries, magic, Scorpio. But there could be something going on in the news cycle. Mercury rules news about three-letter agencies, disclosures, and maybe going under the surface of things that have already been challenging us to do with hardship in water, including wartime problems like the Red Sea, or problems in the Mediterranean, or problems in the near Taiwan, China. Those stories could just be emerging for the world Monday, Tuesday. When we move forward, and we keep clicking forward, we're going to notice that Mercury here is going to be aiming. Okay, I'm not saying he's here yet. Wait. What week am I on? What week am I on? Hang on a sec. I'm going to pause. Am I still recording? Yeah, that is too funny. I'm like, wait a minute, this stuff happened last week. What am I doing? I don't have time to edit. I really don't. So I'm going to be totally authentically fallible again, yet again. Um, so we're just going to keep going, and you're going to ignore last week's sky. I'm like, wait a minute, people aren't where they're supposed to be. This was last week's narrative. So anyway, back to the basics. We're talking about this week ahead, the 28th, not last week. And this is what happens when you do timeline jumping, reality shifting, and quantum leaping. And I don't even know where I am as I tell you what the sky is. So my time stamping sister will hopefully catch wave of this, and we'll just pretend that just did not happen. Sorry, guys. All right. I'm like, everybody's in the wrong place. Where's my mind? Where's my brain? I know a lot of you will catch this in the live premiere and going, what's she talking about? Okay. Back to basics. Here's a week ahead. You're going to notice that as we start off Monday and Tuesday, Venus is in the situation where she is in a trine to Saturn. I was wondering where that went. So Monday, we feel the Sunday and Monday, money is hard, love is hard, pleasure is constrained. It feels like when girls just want to have fun, instead they're having to deal with things that are realistic, hard and hard-assed. I mean, Venus square Saturn is a hangover. Do you have a pleasure hangover? A lot of Halloween partiers probably do. So Sunday, Monday is kind of like you're trying to get your mojo going, and you're in the world, there's stories here because Sagittarius is it's right on the ascendant of the United States of America. The identity of the United States Sibley chart is square Saturn. Some kind of constraint or hardship regarding Kamala Harris or Joe Biden could be in our news cycle. These are the sort of de facto president, vice president leaders, or some kind of difficult or constraining story about anybody in the power structures of the United States government may be emerging, especially if it involves a woman. When the only woman I can think of now who's prioritized up the ladder is Kamala Harris. And this is like Monday, Tuesday's kind of vibration, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And as we move forward, and we get to around this time frame, the 29th, 30th, Mercury becomes opposed to Uranus. Shocking, surprising, unexpected news stories. It happens once a year, but it's happened in the Taurus axis of the chart since 2018, when Uranus first ingressed into this sign. It's going to end in a couple of years. So in 2026, it's kind of done. So this energy is like, what is trying to happen here, where we'll suddenly find ourselves tuning into the latest unexpected broadcast. It doesn't feel so good to do with Scorpio themes. Anything scorpionic, spies, secrets, revelations of things that were hidden from view, surprise and shock. Mercury rules the markets in the United States Sibley chart. This is the Scorpio part of the sky that rules secrets, backroom deals, and negotiations as well. So state secrets could be revealed. Whistleblowers could come out of this one. Look for whistleblowers about state secrets. Also possibly Uranus is on the sun of the United States Stock Exchange sun. There could be a New York Stock Exchange sun, a big shocking story to do with the stock markets in general as a possibility as well, or not even a story, just a turbulence in the markets in general, and cryptocurrency, and Uranus is Taurus. So a crypto shock wave is going through our sky perhaps on the 29th and the 30th. And that's a possibility. And then when we move forward into the sky, and that is Tuesday and Wednesday, And we'll still see Mercury in that sort of active opposition here, active opposition until Saturday, but more precisely happening on Tuesday and Wednesday into Thursday. So it's destabilizing energy for sure. And then we move forward to Friday, and we're going to see the Mars opposition really build up. Watch what's going on watch Mars. Keep your eye on Mars. 29 degrees, Pluto 29 degrees. I'm already on Saturday, but you can see he's still at 29 degrees on Friday. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, this is the opposition. Because he's also they're in a wedge formation to Mercury and Scorpio, possibly. You know how governments, especially the United States, like to release difficult news on a Friday when they think no one's checking in? News stories released on Friday by, say, the United States government, for example, just as an example. It doesn't have to be that, but it can also be economic news. Mars is in the 8th house of the United States chart, and Pluto is in the 2nd house. This is money, shock, and awe stories could come through the Friday timeframe. It could be like a new economic release report. It could be something to do with, one of those indicators that everyone's waiting for, the latest unemployment results, and there may be some disturbing, unexpectedly bad results or something, or whatever, coming up on the weekend. So that looks like some stealthy delivery of bad news into the world, maybe around markets and economics. And I'm looking at the United States mostly because in their chart, this hits the axis of financial matters. It also is impacting the country of Israel as well. In its 2nd house of finances, Mercury, and they're in economic distress as well. And this Mars-Pluto opposition from the leaders rampaging berserkerly against Pluto, power, force transformation, and trauma regarding land, property, real estate, and homeland of Israel, including territories that they don't actually own, but occupy and would like to take over. So who knows? Not good, but some big stories going on here. And we're going to move to the happy story that we're covering for each separate sign. Alrighty. And I just don't like the revenge asteroid here either. Nessus wants revenge. And when we're in war-like situations, everybody's wanting to create something that looks like revenge. In the United States natal chart, the sun of the USA is in Cancer over here, just so you know, at around the degree of 13 degrees. And this is a trine from this revenge asteroid. So maybe it's not too bad. So maybe it's not about revenge against the United States, but I've been having a bad feeling about October for several months now regarding retribution or revenge against the United States in connection with its involvement in Middle East activities. So if we had a terrorist event happen this week in the United States on home soil, for example, I wouldn't be surprised. All right, I would not be surprised. And I had a dream about that. It was coming off the Chesapeake Bay East Coast, and I didn't have a date for that. I also had a dream about, beware the Ides of the 14th, and that could be this November. I thought it was October. So we see this gnarly sky playing out. Now, when the good news, and we're going to cover this for each sign, that's not always the worst thing, is this. Venus and Jupiter in an opposition are two benefics. It still brings luck. It still brings powerfully good things to our lives. Jupiter is in his detriment, but nonetheless, he's still Santa Claus. So this is an energy between the two of them. And there's a mutual reception between Mercury and Jupiter by whole sign reception. So Mercury and Jupiter are trying to team up to work as one and be useful for each other in the sky. It kind of sweetens it up a bit. So I'm going to talk for each sign, starting with Aries, and we're going to talk about some kind of good news, Mercury, Venus in Sagittarius in your chart coming through on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday, connected to opportunity and expansion, Jupiter, connected to Chironic healing with the Lady Luck sitting here. So we're talking about your Aries house, your Gemini house, and your Sag house, whole sign houses. If you don't know how to cast your chart in whole sign houses, which is how we all delineate astrology here in YouTube land, please go check out my free video tutorial in my description box, my free minis of the 12 houses PDF, my free Amazing Asteroids course. If you click the more button and you go all the way down through all my other stuff, you'll find my giveaways. Okay, so go check those things out. So we're going to start with Aries, and I'm going to stop the share just briefly. My computer is telling me it's losing internet and it's slowing down or something. So I'm going to double check that so that I don't end up recording a whole video and everything is like jiggy or jaggy. And then we're going to do Aries, and we're going to roll through all the signs. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It helps the channel. And that little click of your finger means the algorithm thinks you guys like what I do. And when the algorithm thinks it, then it shares it with more people. And then I can reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I am about 10,000 subscribers away, and it's possible, but I need your help. And that would be cool. I'll get my little YouTube plaque. I'll be so happy. All right, I'm going to now just check the back end of this for slowdowns, and we're coming to Aries. Alrighty, let's go ahead and let's do the Aries people. I can't see anything wrong with my computer, so let's just assume the internet's having solar flares hitting the Earth today, which I've heard there are today, tomorrow, the next day. Alrighty, I'm recording on Sunday the 27th. Here we are, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So don't forget, there's a bit of a surprise midweek, and that's we're going to start with that energy of Uranus and Mercury in opposition on Tuesday and Wednesday. And that could be an unexpected financial surprise, some interesting information about your money, your spendings, your savings, your taxes, or some money surprises regarding finances to do with the partner's money as well. This is something you've gone through every year, once a year since 2018. Don't let it rock your world. Somehow, sometime, some way, those secrets get spilled when Mercury is in Scorpio, so in your 8th house. So a secret or unknown, unexpected development regarding revelations may occur somewhere, somehow on Tuesday or Wednesday. I think I want to talk mostly here, of course, is about the beautiful flowing energy between Chiron and Venus. See that? Chiron, Venus trine, and Jupiter that is occurring in the sky with Fortuna in the mix for you. And this is happening on Friday through Sunday. I'm going to give it Thursday for everybody because you'll really see that Venus is already at 18 here. So if we go back a day even, we may as well. I lost you, so never mind, but just trust me. We go back a day, you're going to feel it. So it's Thursday, really Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Venus flows to Chiron and is in an opposition to Jupiter. In essence, I think you're going to find that there's a deeper feeling of coming to some inside out job of healing something within yourself that may have a bit to do with that chironic wound you've been experiencing energetically since 2019 when Chiron entered Aries. And that's an identity wound for you. If it's your sun and you're listening today for your sun, it's about career, and moon is about, your home matters, a wounded home, a sun, a wounded career, ascendant, a wounded identity in general. And these wounds, I've had them all, by the way, with my Aries sun and moon. Are trying with the eclipses now to heal. The eclipses in Aries are finishing this job for you. But now Venus gets into her Sagittarius mix, and I kind of go, okay, is there some positive developments around the word publications and travel or spiritual faith, or some positive opportunities coming for opportunities as Jupiter travel to places you've been before? And if there is this thing that you get an opportunity to travel, and you may not take the trip, you may arrange the trip or know about the trip or hear about the trip, because we have Mercury also by that time in Sagittarius shortly after, as it's perfecting. I will go ahead by a day. There we go. And we're on November 2nd, which is Saturday. Guys, I'm so sorry. Let me fix the problem here. All right. You are going to say, Lori has not got her stuff together today. Give me 30 seconds to figure out my throat. I hope I fixed the problem. Oh my God. So sorry. Seriously. All right. What kind of good news around travel opportunities, educational opportunities, book publishing opportunities may be emerging for you? And because Jupiter and Venus are on educational axes as well as travel axes, again, travel and teaching and learning opportunities are here. Your 3rd house is social media and online world, as well as writing projects. Venus is in the house of podcasts and publishing your podcast, publishing your book. So there also could be a nice little breakthrough if you're in the social media world and you do online stuff. Well, you're going to feel really, really loved up. Something is really moving forward in a positive way there. You might have a little bit of a mini, success story, some very powerful, positive mini celebrity or feedback from something you posted, published in the online world. Your sibling, two older than you and one younger than you, are involved in third and ninth house matters and positive healing developments with them as well. Because we also see Fortuna here, and don't forget Hygeia, we're doubling down on the healing theme. Fortuna is Lady Luck. So Lady Luck is favoring you. I know that this is favoring you because there's a trine from Venus. So I'm going to call this video Lady Luck favors from Lady Luck or something this week ahead. So Lady Luck, Fortuna, in a trine to luck goddess Venus in the Lakshmi house of luck, prosperity, and wealth, can say Lady Luck favors you as you approach this week. Maybe Thursday through Saturday, you may have some significant fortune financially, or just something that you're going to say, oh my, I am so darn lucky. And with the retrograde Jupiter, it's kind of luck that you've been fishing for. It's connected to perhaps things from your past. So it may be something you've already kind of hoped to be lucky at as well. So I'm hoping that's true for you. I hope you enjoy that possibility. And when it comes to money anyway, you've got Uranus here, the algol wealth star, with, maybe this Mercury opposition that we're seeing Tuesday through Thursday isn't a bad shock. It could be a positive shock or surprise about financial stuff, and then the continuing flow of the goodness afterwards. So keep that in mind, Aries. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Well, the week has a bit of a shocking or surprising element to it. Mercury Uranus opposition Tuesday through Thursday. That energy could be, as it happens over here, a bit of a surprise, but you're the one with the Uranian element. You're almost carrying the energy of anything goes. I'm my freak flag shock and awe unit myself. I'm the tower. I'm willing to break my own rules and rebel against my own straitjackets of the way I think I should be in this world. Your fixed sign has been jackhammered up by this Uranus transit since 2018. So you are not as stuck in the Taurus Earth mud as you normally have been. You really have been really rattled, but also shifting your identity dramatically, Taurus, since 2018. And now Uranus on that Will Star Algol, but just on Algol, some off with their heads. You may lose yourself, like lose your head at your significant other over here. That can be a business partner, a client, or your main squeeze. And that could mean that you lose your head. There's some kind of tense, challenging communication going on between you and a significant other in your life, Tuesday through Thursday. And you're the one who can lose your head because you're the Medusa here. You're the Gorgon head. You can turn your partner to stone if you look at him the wrong way or her the wrong way. So this is your be cautious moment. Legal agreements and contracts and surprising or shocking developments can also occur regarding legal contracts and agreements and vows anytime between Tuesday through Thursday. The good news is the beautiful trine that we're talking about here, this between Venus. I'm going to take the moon out of there. It's totally distracting me. Give me a sec. The moon is just there for like a split second and moves on, right? It's just going to make us look at a non-existent story. You'll notice that we're going to experience, we're not talking about the Pluto-Mars story. That's not for us today. That you're going to experience good old Venus, the goddess of luck, in the 8th house of chunky money, the money you share with a bank, a mortgage, a lender, a stock investment, your significant other, shared resources with your marriage type partners. This money, inheritances, this Venus money is going to flow to Fortuna, Lady Luck, Fortuna, in your 12th house, and also activate Jupiter in the money, possessions, and earnings. So in this regard, this is potentially, like Aries, can involve money matters for you. This could look a little bit like you have a development financially that may come from sources of income that aren't generated by your work, but yet you know that this money or income or financial abundance was possibly coming your way anyway. Like you can hopefully, we're hoping for it because of the retrograde Jupiter. It's kind of from the past, fortunes from the past are returning to you. The energy of the 12th house is insane asylums, prisons, and hospitals. As daunting as it sounds, it doesn't mean that Lady Luck can't give you something good. A convict sends you money in the mail. Crazy aunt in the insane asylum put you in her will. Somebody in a hospital setting, is in a difficult difficult circumstance, but Lady Luck says you get some financial fortune out of that. And as you know, life is life. Things like this happen. Backroom deals and negotiations, what you're doing, like, like what happens behind the scenes and no one's looking, is very 12th house. And it could be Lady Luck fortunes favors your fortunes in backroom deals and negotiations that own the potential or give you the potential of an increase of wealth or prosperity when, yes, anytime from Halloween, Thursday, through to Sunday. And this Pluto-Mars opposition, I already covered that in another video. If you want to go watch all that stuff, I would have covered that in my moon video, the Scorpio moon video. We're not covering the Scorpio moon because it's already out there. So we're not talking about the new moon. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising sign. This is the sky opens up here for you, a little shocking surprise Tuesday, Wednesday into Thursday. Mercury might want to jolt you from this part of your sky. Work matters, pets, rentals, tenancies, and health matters. Mercury is usually about news or information, and he's opposing Uranus. And Uranus is also in a house that's very subtle. This is a spiritual metacosmos vibe between the worlds. And honestly, it's on the house of karma and karmic debts as well, like karmic debt relationships. So there may be a sort of a breakthrough energy, a new understanding, a new bit of news coming up in the story of you Tuesday through Thursday. And pay attention as well to a willingness to let go of addictions and self-sabotaging patterns, especially with alcohol, because Uranus is on the star Algol, which is Algol, which also connects to the spirit of alcohol. And Mercury is kind of the mind. So you may have a big change, shocking revelation, insight regarding alcohol and letting go of alcohol or managing alcohol better in your life or something like that. Because it's the workhouse, where you have a job and there's Mercury opposite Uranus, I'm wondering if there's some kind of positive surprise as possible as well to do with the work you do in the world. I mean, don't forget Uranus is in a beautiful trine to Pluto, and that can involve riches. So you may increase your financial riches through, 8th house money. And 8th house money is money that you would get from other people, inheritances. It's not your own personal financial earnings on the daily. Mostly, though, I think it's just going to be some kind of very subtle energy for you. 6 and 12 is very spiritual, and it could be a breakthrough in a dream, an insight in your imagination, some kind of a revelation at the spiritual soul level. As Mercury moves forward, the only caveat is a pet. A pet suddenly needs to go to the hospital, or there's a shocking development regarding a family domestic animal. That's one other option. As we move forward, and we look at Venus flowing, the goddess of luck, flowing to Lady Luck, Fortuna. This is coming through Thursday through Sunday. We see this wedge forming, and the wedge is like, okay, Jupiter says luck, Venus says luck. Is anyone complaining? And this Lady Luck is in your 11th house of pennies from heaven and those kinds of unexpected divine blessings that bring unexpected prosperity. This is your career gains. And so you may have unexpected glow up in your career gains as well. You are lucky. You are Jupiter. You are deepening your bounty. He is retrograding now through till February 4th. And Venus is the lucky goddess in the house of other people. Now, that can be your spouse, that can be your business partner, bringing the luck to you. Whatever it is, because the 11th house of good spirit is activated with the North Node and Lady Luck herself, you're also healing a chironic wound of some sort that may go back to how you feel like you don't belong, you don't fit in with your friends or friendship circles. You've been feeling it since 2019. And there may be some kind of blessed turning point there with a social activity, a social event, or a social gathering Thursday through Sunday that really helps you feel restored. But the Lady Luck, see, other than an elder sibling, one above you, the 11th house are allies and benefactors. And so Lady Luck could bring you a powerful ally or benefactor who's chironic. That can be a guide, a mentor, a healer, a teacher. And there's this bolt and jolt of great luck coming off that person and benefiting you, and maybe benefiting you in regards to your marketplace, your clients, your audience. That's the 7th house, 10 houses from 10. or in regards to your long-term, long-lasting committed love stories as well. If you were single, you could meet somebody new under this, and it would be a very good relationship. Mercury brings news, and it may be news connected as well to your significant other, and they're sharing their exciting, fortunate, good news with you, and it feels like a collective blessing, a duet of good blessings. This is Halloween the 31st through to the Sunday the 3rd. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And people, I forgot to say in the beginning, I'm not covering the Scorpio moon because I've already got a video out on it. So we're not ignoring the moon, okay? Now let's get going. You are having this story coming up where there's a surprise or an unexpected development that may shock you, could also exhilarate you, with Mercury and Scorpio opposing Uranus. Now, Mercury will be here in the beginning of the week. That's, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you might feel it, or even like into Thursday. And Mercury's kind of like, I've got some news. You're a Cancer, right? You're a Cancer rising or sun or moon about one of your children. I've got some surprising, shocking news about your sexual romantic love partner, surprising or exciting or shocking news regarding money, luck, and money opportunities and an elder sibling. It doesn't have to be bad, but there's a surprise here. Algol is a well star in the house of a sibling one older, allies, benefactors, and friends. A surprising story about a friend and some money opportunities or wealth opportunities. Ultimately, though, whatever Mercury delivers in Scorpio, it's short-lived. You're going to kind of get the flare of the news kind of thing, and it's going to be gone and done and finito. In fact, is really kind of more exactly opposite Uranus on Tuesday and Wednesday, but it kind of bleeds out into Thursday. Then we see the Venus, the goddess of luck and good things and love and money, in your sixth house of work and pets and rentals and tenancies and debts, karmic and real, and health matters. And she flows to Lady Luck and Chiron in the house of your career and reputation. And she talks to Jupiter, who also flows to the Chironic wound being healed with Lady Luck. Well, it could be a really nice turning point for job and work stories. If you've been looking for a job, looking for some good work, or you already work and you want a raise or a promotion or some positive advancements, it heals the feeling of a Chironic wound in the house of work. You're not sure you're on purpose. You're not feeling like really aligned since 2019 yet with the work you do. Well, this is going to be beautifully healing for you. You're going to feel like it's lucky. You're going to, I thank Venus and Jupiter for whatever this wedge wants to provide for you up here. I know Venus and Jupiter are opposite each other, but they're still benefics and they still spark up good luck. And Jupiter is talking from the 12th house of backroom deals and negotiations, but it can also mean that there's deep karmic storylines providing breakthroughs of luck in your career, because 6 and 12 involve connections to karmatic and past life matters. So what could it be? You could also have a little bit of good news about somebody sick in a hospital, some positive developments around your own health, and a recognition that your health matters are better than you thought they were, and you're really pleased with this new discovery. It's certainly great for applying for a job or taking the interview or finding out that you got the job. Those kinds of things happen. And in an existing work, you just get a glow up, the raise, the promotion, the great performance review, and you feel really lucky that it happened for you. And again, Lady Luck favors you this week. Don't discount it. And you get Lady Luck's blessings, as I mentioned, Thursday through Sunday. And because you're Cancer and you're ruled by the moon, and there's a Scorpio new moon conjunct Uranus happening on this week ahead on, oh my God, Thursday, I think, or Friday, maybe. Brain, come back online. I think it's Friday, November 1st. Yeah. That you're going to also benefit from that moon. That moon does flow to you from the house of good fortune. So you're looking at some serious good fortune. I might expect it to come through an elder sibling or friend, ally, or benefactor, and it can be financially beneficial for you as well, Cancer. Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign. Well, first of all, Leo, there is this bit of a jolt of surprise that Mercury, Uranus are going to activate for everybody in the world. And, Tuesday through Thursday, this opposition. Well, Mercury's still in Scorpio to Uranus in your house of work. things you're doing in the workplace have been erratic. You've been changing career, changing job, trying new things, going all over the map ever since Uranus entered here in 2018. And so there's this kind of like nothing is steady and stable for a lot of Leos in the career and workspace. And changes have happened here since 2018. And here we have this well star Algol at the top of the sky, and Mercury activating him from the fourth house of home, land, property, and real estate. And well, at the same time, by the way, Mercury is also in a whole sign trine to Neptune and Saturn. There could be some good money news coming through for legacy wealth, buying and selling real estate. But because of the opposition from the 10th house, I'm wondering if Monday through to Thursday, kind of the vibe of this opposition, isn't some surprise regarding parental figures, mom and dad, 10th house and 4th house, or regarding things happening in your domestic life. Something unexpected occurs where you're in your home, in your domestic private domicile, and there's a surprise element. You're not sure, like you weren't expecting it. And the sun is the ruler of Leo, and the sun will be down here in your home life, your private life. What's the unexpected development going on in the private life? And with Mercury coming into a trine to Neptune, it could be a spilling of a family secret or a domestic secret revealed. They can surprise you. Yep, Monday through Thursday. Then we move into Thursday through Sunday, and Venus is talking to Lady Luck, Fortuna, with Chiron. Venus is all about good things, and she's in the house of good fortune, where we see winning lotteries, especially with Mercury here. Mercury gets here, it depends on time zone, Friday, Saturday, and that's like games of chance with Goddess of Luck, spinning the wheel. It's good for fertility and pregnancy and having a child and all that good stuff. So having a child, find out you're going to be a grandparent, winning money, feeling fortunate and lucky in general, having something creative or artistic or entrepreneurial be very blessed for you. But then what about the wedge? Venus is flowing to a Chiron, but so is Jupiter. And this little formation is very powerful, kinetic positivity here where Lady Luck sits in the Lakshmi house of wealth and luck and prosperity. So luck coming from a sibling, too older than you, luck coming from a third marriage person, so your third marriage partner environment, luck coming from publications, book publishing deals, academic and court and legal matters, and colleges and campuses. This is where Lady Luck is shining on you. Like you applied for your favorite school and bang, you're so lucky you got in. You didn't think you would make the cut or something like that. Or you thought you were going to fail the course and you got an A+. Lucky opportunities for leisure and romantic travel. And if you're single, you can meet somebody new that you feel so lucky to meet, but it connects to the word the foreigner, foreign lands and foreign shores with Rahu up there. You may meet a new person through a social event with friends and family, or extended social networks, going to a group event that leads to a new romance from somebody with a different culture, religion, or background, or you get an opportunity to travel, and in that travel, romance can blossom. So it's very good for romance and new beginnings for single Leo, sun, moon, and rising. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising sign. It's first of all, the start of the week, Mercury, your ruler, is going to get into a opposition to Uranus across the axis here. And that can look like some unexpected, surprising developments, news, information, or conversations, or emails, or phone calls, third house emails, or phone, especially the email world. So some surprising information comes across your desk, so to speak, right? You're going to see it, or a shocking new idea comes to you. You're like, oh my God, Monday through Thursday, I've got this great new idea, But third house, ninth house is travel and education. So shocking, surprising developments regarding travel opportunities, educational opportunities, learning and teaching opportunities, and stuff like that. A sibling one younger than you is the third house. And so maybe it's not your surprise, maybe it's their surprise, and you're just sort of watching on the sidelines as that sibling has this sudden development and you get to hear about it, or the sibling two older than you or one younger than you, and surprises about them and their lives coming through Monday through to Thursday. When we move forward in the week, Thursday through Sunday, Venus begins to love up Lady Luck and Chiron. This is Fortuna, Lady Luck with Chiron. your luck stops here and the buck stops in the house of chunky money. So you could have some really positive luck regarding legacy wealth and inheritances, money coming from property sale, real estate, stock investments, money coming from legacy wealth from mom, in particular, the house of the mother. And this just feels like a beautiful glow up in your appreciation of how lucky you are financially. You could get money from another person. It can be possibly money that your love partner and you, like your significant other, is generating, right? And it just feels lucky for you both. Or it could be luck from the family of origin. Somebody in your family line is going to give you some money or get some kind of financial goodness from them. Mercury says news about mother that's positive and financially lucky. Mercury says news about women in your family that's lucky and brings positive financial goodness to you. Lucky breaks regarding land, property, and home and real estate buying, selling, mortgaging, and financing as well. With Jupiter in the mix across the way from Venus, it also indicates something to do with your work situation, and your career and reputation is also benefiting from this lady luck. And again, that would be career developments that improve your financial well-being. Could be a chance to be, severance package, sign-on bonus. These are eighth house kinds of, here's a chunk of money, a performance review bonus, a spontaneous raise. They just think you're so great, they're going to give you more money. So these kinds of things can occur Thursday through to Sunday. All said and done, Lady Luck is in a money house flowing to a money goddess in the fourth house. This is powerfully and positively going to impact you on your finances and on your reputation and career front as well. Libra, sun, moon, and rising sign. Well, first of all, I'm not talking about the moon. We've got a new moon video out already for the Friday's full new moon in Scorpio. I should have said that in the beginning of my video. And so we're talking instead about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the beginning of the week. First things first, the shocking Tuesday, Wednesday, very tightly active. Mercury opposite Uranus, but it's still active on Thursday. So Mercury is opposite Uranus, and Mercury is sitting here in the third house, and Mercury sitting here in your second house, and Uranus is here. So this is the energy across this axis right here, right? Second house is your money, your earnings, and your possessions, resources. And eighth house money is money you share with your significant other, investments and real estate, monies for sale of real estate, money from stock investments. Certainly, it's just a money axis, and you could have a surprising development around financial matters. Okay, Aries have the same axis activated, so do you Libras. So will you suddenly get a jolt that your taxes are overdue, or you didn't pay your taxes properly, or will you get a good jolt like, oh my God, I can't believe what just happened. I just developed this, I put a little stupid stock investment away and never forgot about it, and looked back at my portfolio and it's like taken off on me. Things like that. So some unexpected jolts or surprises and news around financial matters can happen, as well as secrets being spoken or talked about or told, because secrets is Uranus in the eighth house and Mercury is speaking in the second. I don't know what the secrets could be, but because Mercury will also trine Neptune, it could also do with work environment secrets, okay, that you are coming into awareness of, that surprise you about your workmates and environment of work. Then we move forward and we talk about Venus. Yes, lucky goddess herself is flowing to Lady Luck. This is Venus in the house of travel, short distances usually. Things to do with social media, online, local neighborhood and neighbors, your daily environment that you spend time in, the gym, the restaurants, your neighborhood, sibling one younger than you. And there's a little bit of, and writing projects. And there's this Venus luck down here. Now with Mercury there as well, by Friday, Saturday, the energy says something along the lines of good news, phone call, emails, and text messages connected to lucky breaks or lucky developments. Could be an unexpected lucky travel opportunity, book publishing deal. Yeah, getting an agent for a book, that's Mercury Venus. This is the house of book publishing. Getting accepted at your favorite college or university, getting a chance to travel abroad or domestically, and it feels lucky and surprising as well. Maybe you're just lucky. And that's a vibe all the way through Thursday through Sunday. The wedge, though, is what Lady Luck wants in the house of legal contracts, agreements, That's good for agents, for books. What Lady Luck wants in the seventh house of matters connected to long-term love partnerships and matters connected as well to your business dealings and your audience market and client place. You may meet a person who brings you a great deal of luck. They're chironic, they're wise, teachy, maybe shamanic. They could be a healer for you, advisor, or guide. Now, a lot of this can be also just a nice touch of luck when it comes to existing long-term love relationships and a feeling of some blessings coming through for you guys of some sort. If you've been feeling wounded about business and love partnerships, then this is definitely helping you feel it, because now you feel oh so lucky and you've healed something here in your primary long-term love relationship as well. I mean, it could even be a dream getaway opportunity for you and your partner, and it's going to really bond the relationship in a very fortunate way, for example. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign. So first of all, let's talk about the energy of what's going on a Scorpio new moon. You're the exception. I'm only going to tell you guys about it. Please watch my video. A new moon is coming into your sky. Scorpio new moon. What am I talking about? Oh my God. Brain. Yes. Full moon. Brain is so fried. Okay, there's a Uranus infused lunation coming up on November the 1st. This is what happens when you are me and you've been working way too hard. 9 degrees of Scorpio, new moon, November the 1st. That's what I wanted to say. Yes. So you have a new moon, November the 1st at 9 degrees of Scorpio. You are starting a new session of life, a new direction in life, a new amplification of self. So definitely look for that new beginning. My Scorpio new moon is already out. That's going to be a new moon on Friday. In the meantime, my dears, it is a week in which Mercury has some shocking news to give, and you're the one with Mercury. It's your emails, it's your phone calls, it's your voice, it's what you say, it's your ideas. So what you say to a significant long-term partner, or they say to you, shocking conversations, surprising interactions with your significant other. That's all I can tell you. However, you are the one being Mercury. So are you revealing some stealthy hidden secret? Are you being a whistleblower in some kind of situation? Is it connected to a business partnership or a love partnership or something that you're dispensing into the audience and marketplace that could be going viral with that, a viral hit on Algol? If you're like, putting stuff into the online world, you could go viral on something. Some of your communication hits a Uranian lightning bolt in the 7th house of marketplace and audience. Not all oppositions are negative. They're just exhilarating, unexpected tower-like moments. And then we move forward and we hit the energetics. Because Mercury will trine Neptune, it's good for musicians, filmography, video, storytellers, artists, to have a viral hit coming off of this energy of, Monday through Thursday, Mercury opposite Uranus. Okay, keep in mind. Now, Venus, the goddess of luck, shows her stuff in your 2nd house of money, earnings, and possessions. What the heck? I just lost my screen. Money, earnings, and possessions. I hope you guys are seeing the share and I'm not just talking to myself. Oh, I am. Thank God. Money, earnings, possessions, good news, Mercury. It's kind of building up. You're starting to feel it like on Halloween, Thursday. It gets much more intense with Mercury's complicity Friday, Saturday, Sunday as it begins to move into the 2nd house. Certainly is extremely positive for your finances. And it's also really good for your dietary style and your facial appearance. But Mercury is about the news and information, marketing, selling. Venus is goodness, good luck, and all of that. This is Jupiter across the way, chunky money, inheritances, unexpected money from sources out of the blue, like, a tax rebate, insurance payouts, money coming out of the family of origin or legacy wealth, inheritances. I think I said it. So there's a a bunch of lady luck money stuff, and it's lady luck in the sixth house, and this is a karmic debt house. So it's almost like sometimes when we have luck here, it's like we paid off, we serviced a karmic debt to a person, a situation, we've done something that we deserve the rewards for. And so maybe you're going to have a karmic debt reward. Now, on a very stupid, boring level, if it's not about money, it's your dream pet. You have enough money to buy your dream pet, like a beautiful lady luck charm in the house of domestic animals to the house of spending and possessions. I shall possess this beautiful animal. I've always wanted it, but it cost $2,000 with the breeder. And now I've got a lucky break to get it for nothing or something. Luck in pets. Luck in work. Now, this could do well for you as kind of a sign-on bonus, performance review bonus money, some kind of improvement of your finances connected to your job and work, and that you feel very lucky about it. It heals a chironic wound that you've been feeling since 2019 regarding you in your job situation. Might be also good for healing your health in an unexpected and fortunate and lucky way. If you've been suffering from any health challenges, especially with headaches, inflammation, rashes, Aries, yeah, so you could heal some health challenges as well. But again, the feeling is, I'm so lucky. Lady Luck has smiled on me. Fortune has favored me. And especially with Hygeia here, this is really good for Scorpios trying to work with or resolve a health challenge. With the North Node going through your house of sickness for like a year and a half already, or a year, since July 23, you've been probably dealing with some very intense and karmatic health challenges, some of you, but it can be a nice breakthrough and a lucky breakthrough, likely connected to better diet style, by the way. Venus is telling you what pleasures are good for your health this week. Again, this is active Thursday through to Sunday. And don't forget, Mars is just about to breach into your 10th house November 4th, and that can mean a change of job. So some of you might even be getting a brand new job, and it's going to be perfect for you. And November, December, Mars is going to have you working really hard to perform really well in your career or reputation space. November 4th, add 2 months. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising sign. It is a week that starts off here with the energy of a shock or surprise or unexpected development connected to 12th house, 6th house stories. Now, Mercury will be here, he has a nice little trine, a flow to Neptune there, which is kind of nice. But ultimately, it looks like there could be some unexpected developments that you weren't expecting regarding home matters, domestic matters, rental properties, pets, debts, real and karmic situations to do with your job and work as well, but also connected in some ways to your home. So those themes are going to give you a bit of surprise, a bit of, sudden information. It's subtle too. This axis is subtle, and it may have a connection to your dreams at night and having a breakthrough insight or breaking a karmic bond or chain through an insight through a dream at night, especially Neptune being the god of trances and imagination, talking to the god Mercury, the cycle pump, but the dream messenger of the gods. So for a lot of you, a major breakthrough can come through a dream situation anytime Monday through to Thursday, most accurately happening Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we see Venus wants to have a love up with Lady Luck. That's something great because Venus herself is lucky. So Venus is making you lucky. You are lucky. Luck is finding you. You are persuasive, charming, charismatic as she moves through Sagittarius. And Venus is in a beautiful flow to Chiron and Lady Luck, Fortuna here. This is good for lucky breaks to do with children, to do with fertility, to do with creativity and art, and healing some kind of chironic wound there, even a chironic wound regarding romance, because Jupiter in this 7th house could mean that you start a new relationship that heals a romantic or sexual relationship, karmic, a wound of some kind, not just a wound. Potentially, if you're single, it is a great time to meet someone new under Lady Luck's Fortuna energetics, okay? Now, if you're with somebody already, that can help heal a sexual wound or a romantic wound that you've been encountering with the person that you're already with. And it's been something you've been dealing with from the past because of Jupiter's retrogradation. If you are an artist or creative, you could have a really big breakthrough moment here, or like a healing of your wound, of your art, your creativity, your writing, your music. Chironic wound here, healing could be a wound around your relationship with one of your children. And that is going to be Lady Luck favors you and begins to see the lucky breaks regarding that relationship with a child, and or the child's own wounds could be in a lucky healing, literally healing here. All right. And Jupiter rules legal matters. Gemini, and the details, he's not good at it. But the seventh house is also legal agreements as well. So legal agreements that surprise you regarding entrepreneurial and creative projects can come through your sky Thursday through to Sunday. All right, moving on to the next sign. Capricorn, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching in the live premiere. All that little click of a finger on the like button, the subscribe button, and all that stuff really helps this channel grow. And that kind of thing really helps my algorithm and all the good stuff. So please give me a try. I put a lot of love into this channel, and it helps to be loved back in just a simple subscribe button or like button. Now, if we go forward for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising people, the first thing I tell you is that you're going to have a bit of a surprise element here between houses 11 and 5. This is going to be anytime Monday through Thursday. The energy is some kind of exhilarating or unexpected developments regarding friends, social groups, the sibling one older than you, matters to do with your career gains in general, the way that money comes through your career. And the jolt or surprise is also connected to your fifth house. Now, the good thing about fifth house, it is a good fortune house, and Algol is a well star. And so this is a pennies from heaven, and windfalls 11th. So there is a possibility that your karmic and cosmic rewards are going to surprise you with a financial matter that's extremely positive Monday through Thursday. That's possible. So there's nothing wrong with that jolt through the very positive and lucky 5th and 11th house, good spirit and good fortune. So it could be just, wow, look at me. I'm so lucky. My lottery ticket paid off, right? The 7th house is like gaming, casinos, lottery wins, speculative money gains. It's through winning money, not really through earning money. So there's like a money win this guy wants to deliver. Now, hey, Mercury's been opposite Uranus every single year since 2018 in this part of your sky, but not on Algol, one of the wealth stars. So you may have with Algol in a money luck house, a money luck moment coming through the sky this week. Now, it's interesting, too, to even notice that, Uranus is sextiling Mars as he finishes journey here through the part of the house that represents your significant other. So you may also have some money luck coming through the house through your significant marriage type partner. That's another possibility. As we move forward, though, Mercury goes into the 12th house and he's with Venus. Bed pleasures, anyone? This is what you do home alone, and your bed pleasures, your alone solitude time is very fortunate, is very pleasurable. You don't mind being alone. Mercury is a dream messenger. Pay attention. But as Mercury moves into your Sagittarius part of your sky and is co-present with Venus, she is loving up lady luck in home, land, and property and real estate. And Jupiter, the house of karmic debts. So you may have some kind of lucky experience coming through Thursday, the 31st so Thursday through Sunday. It could be very many things. All of a sudden, there's a financial opportunity connected to land, home, property, real estate. It could involve for you an opportunity to pay off debt. It could also be an opportunity for some kind of foreign adventure or travel. And good news about that, or things to do with backroom deals and negotiations that pay off for you in the work environment and your job environment, but as it connects to home and homeland. With Venus, though, and Mercury in the 12th house, flowing to Rahu, North Node, and Lady Luck, some of you may have a new job opportunity connected to foreign shores and foreign lands. That's another way to interpret that. Or to work, for an international company or something like that. Again, the time frame for Lady Luck to deliver this, Thursday through Sunday is when you might see the outcome for this. You're trying to heal that chironic wound since 2019 about not having a home, not feeling like you belong, not knowing where your true nest is. Even if you have a home, you may not feel like it's your true place. And whether it's home or where the home is where the heart is, there's a wound there. Wound in the house of the mother as well, and your childhood stories. And that could be coming to a profound turning point because Venus and Mercury are in kind of a subtle karmic releasing past life Akashic records. and karmic debt servicing is the sixth house. A lot of this could be like a breakthrough regarding some kind of childhood stories that have wounded you, some kind of like getting rid of something that has held you back. Capricorn, sun, moon, and risings. Okay. All right, let's keep on going. Only two more signs left for Monday's video. And I'm recording on Sunday. Usually I record this much earlier, but I'm behind because I'm teaching Sky Reader and doing the video production for 2025's All Signs bundles and stuff and individual videos. So boy, oh boy, it's a miracle that I'm getting my regular content out here. Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. I heard the algorithm at YouTube only cares if you swear in the first 90 seconds, and otherwise you could swear for the rest of your videos and they won't punish you. But God forbid you say ISREEL too many times, and then you're screwed. All right, Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising sign. I have a rising. Yes, I'm one of you. I'll try not to talk about me. Basically, we have the beginning of the week, Monday through Thursday, the vibe of Mercury in your 10th house of career and reputation, opposite Uranus in the house of home, property, land, and real estate. Mercury is a news god. So if, it could be you have a shocking change of your status regarding home, property, real estate matters, and boom, especially rental properties here, because there could be a change of rental property status as well with Mars in the house of rentals, and boom, there's some kind of deliverance of news in the public sphere. Mercury's at the top of the sky. Either you're sharing the news or there's some kind of shocking, surprising work development. Mars is in the house of job and work. Mercury's in the house of career and reputation. Uranus is in the house of domestic life. Boom. Surprising, exhilarating, shocking developments regarding work, career, home, reputation matters Monday through to Thursday. Uranus is a wealth star, though, and Mercury could be connecting to that wealth star to activate wealth in and from or about the home as well. Mars can also help you pay off any debts through unexpected financial bounty connected to the home itself. Whoa. Mercury does rule the house of mortgages, and from the 10th house, you could be announcing to the world, I got a mortgage, or I sold my home, or I bought a home. And that's all this energy is on Monday through the 28th through to Thursday, the 31st. You have been dealing with Mercury opposite Uranus every year since 2018, from the 10th through the 4th. What makes it special is Algol is here. Okay, just that's all. Surprising, shocking developments around a pet. You suddenly have a pet. You suddenly get rid of a pet. And something to do with animals and domestic animals as well, Monday through Thursday. On Friday, though, or Thursday even, through to Sunday, Venus, the goddess of luck herself, begins to love up Lady Luck with Chiron, and also talks to Jupiter in your 5th house. Oh, oh, and I even forgot to tell you before that when Mercury's in your 10th house, he flows to Neptune in your money and possessions too. So it's like a dreamy money love up, glow up through career and home matters, Monday through Thursday. All right, now the Lady Luck story. Lady Luck. Okay, first of all, Venus here is in the house of windfall, spinning from heavens, karmic and cosmic rewards, etc. So that's positive, right? And as she's in your 11th house of good spirit, you're more social and you're more engaged with groups of people and other people. And funny enough, I'm seeing my favorite Archetypal Universe author, Renn Butler, for dinner tonight on Sunday because he's in town with his woman. And so that's an example of being more social, more engaged with groups of people doing social things, Venus in the 11th house. That's what that is. But here we have it, like Thursday through Sunday. She's going to sort of want to produce something out of Jupiter's presence in the house of winning money, good fortune, right? Like a casino, a lottery ticket, a speculative stock investment, make it take off here, some kind of more risky gaming wins of some sort in the financial part of your chart. If you're single, it could also bring a new romance through a social engagement or fun activity you do with groups of friends. So a new romance that surprises you. And Lady Luck says, you've been feeling wounded in the third house. That's your wound to your relationship to a sibling, one younger, or siblings in general, to aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, and neighborhood, or a wound in the house of writing. I'll use me as an example. If I won the lottery, I would stop doing a lot of the work I do, except for my YouTube channel, because I like the fact that I connect with the public here. And I would start writing one of my 3 books, the astrology book, The Wine Lover's Middle Way, one of my 2 fiction manuscripts. Really, I even have an agent and I haven't had time to get the proposal done for one of the books, the astrology books. It's because I don't have time. So I'd heal a chironic wound that I've had since 2019 about writing. I haven't written anything worthwhile, and I'm a writer and a blogger and a short story fiction writer, published, award-winning. So if you're going to get any luck here, fellow Aquarians, it would be about communication, writing, social media wounds that you've been feeling since 2019, and neighbors and neighborhoods. So therefore, a positive neighborhood change, if that's something you need because you're not in the right place for you. I want to get my feet in the grass, not on a high rise. These kinds of vibes are here. I don't know what to say other than the 2 luck houses are being activated. You can't go wrong. You and only one other sign get this super blessing in your story. So it's luck upon luck upon luck upon luck. If you get through this, Aquarius, and you have no luck hitting you, then let me know, okay? Because it looks like you, like the Leos, the Aquariuses should be going, oh my God, I am so damn lucky. What is it? Halloween, the Thursday, the 31st through to Sunday, that you just feel like everything landed. And Lady Luck and Chiron is healing a longer term wound. Even having Salacia here in the house of communications could mean your luck becomes broadcast as a news story in the house of media. So like if I do win a lottery out of this week ahead and I'm in the news about it, I'll let you guys know. Of course, not every Aquarius is going to win the lottery. Other luck here could be fertility luck. Bang, we're pregnant. I'm pregnant. My partner and I are pregnant. We are going to have a child. What would it heal? A third house wound? I mean, I don't know. The third house is your communications projects as well, in the online world. And so some luck around that. Jupiter is in the house of creativity and entrepreneurship. Venus is in the house of celebrity. So you could have a high celebrity creative project online moment where something really maybe goes up, 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 and people pay attention to you. Maybe a viral hit, for example, that could even be triggered by Mercury Monday through Thursday, and then it just continues to build it for you. Next thing you know, you got 1 million views. That's a good example of this kind of sky as well. All right. And good luck coming from your sibling, one younger, that benefits you, with Lady Luck in the house of siblings. But basically, the third is a sibling, one younger than you, and luck coming from that sibling as well. Last and never least, Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, finishing you up at 3:30 p.m. It's already dark out there. It's a dreary day in Vancouver, Canada on a Sunday. This is your story. Mercury is opposite algal wealth star here, like this, well, trining Neptune, by the way. And that's going to be happening Monday through Thursday. What does it mean? It means that you're going to have a little unexpected surprise of some sort, or unexpected developments around news. It can connect to unexpected, shocking, and surprising news regarding a sibling 2 older than you, right? 9th house. It could be a good thing because a wealth star and dreamy Neptune is there. So there could be an enchanting, dreamy, wealthy story going on for a sibling 2 older than you, and you're going to get news of it or hear about it. There's developments to do with unexpected and either surprising, shocking, or unexpected things to do with educational and travel opportunities, whether it's short distance travel, long distance travel, colleges, campuses, or an online course. These are like, oh, that's a surprise. That's exciting. What is it? I don't know. If you have an online presence, this is a viral hit potential with algal, again, a kind of wealth viral hit vibe through something you've communicated into the world through publishing, like podcasts and stuff like that, especially in the trine to Neptune. If you're publishing on YouTube, Instagram Reels, podcasts, that kind of thing, this could be a little jolt of, yay, it's surprising, but it worked. I got it. Or a book publishing deal, house of writing, house of publications coming through. That's your dream come true, book publishing opportunity, book publishing deal, that kind of thing. Writing opportunities, travel opportunities, learning opportunities, surprises. Monday through Thursday. And then we move forward to Lady Luck with Venus. Well, Venus is in your career reputation. Mercury joins her for news and exciting developments. All the news is breaking in your career and reputation space. Mercury wants to broadcast it. Venus is doing fine up there in Sag. She's quite adventurous. But what happens is, as we approach Thursday through Sunday, she begins to flow in a beautiful energy trine to Chiron. This is not just Chiron, it's Lady Luck with Chiron right here. That's Lady Luck, Fortuna. How does Lady Luck in a flowing relationship to the goddess of good things in your 10th house look? It looks like a great opportunity for a job career advancement, a raise, a promotion, getting an advancement of your, like now you're even more successful and people are respecting you more and you feel so lucky. It definitely can influence your finances as well. Lady Luck is in the house of income and earnings as well. So an increase in your reputation, commensurate with an increase in your earnings, great for job applications, job interviews, job acceptances, or just an upgrade in your current job that feels very lucky. You're healing a chironic wound, some of you, ever since 2019 around your money, earnings, and possessions. Maybe also around your facial appearance and your dietary style, and addictions included. You've been healing this facial, throat, nose, and money wound, right, since 2019, and trying to work with it. You felt wounded there. Chiron in your second house. And what will happen is that's going to be a part of the good luck that can help you heal that wound that's been going on for so long. I kind of would say, I sound like a valley girl. I kind of would say, or something like that. With Jupiter here in your fourth house, some of this is to do with family of origin, right? People that you are connected to from your childhood, where some of this luck is showing up as well. Maybe from your hometown, maybe from your homeland. Luck coming off of hometown, homeland, childhood associations, including people you live with as a child. So that will just say family of origin stuff can bring some luck. Some lucky developments regarding land, home, property, and real estate, money, possessions, earnings, buying and selling, all that kind of stuff. I don't think you're going to buy or sell anything right now because the South Node's in your house of mortgages. I wouldn't say that looks very likely. But you're definitely going to have a financial increase coming through the sky somehow, some way. Yeah, somehow, some way. And that, that bit of Monday through Thursday with the jolt of surprise energy coming off of the houses 9 and 3. At the same time, Mars in the house of winning money, and he's very competitive, will sextile the wealth star Uranus. And so it is possible that you're going to win some money, but it may come through ninth house people. That would be government institutions, including bureaucracies and, lottery payment structures, or a sibling too older than you and financially benefiting you in a surprising and lucky way. Again, that's about it. It's good for new love relationships only in the sense that you could start a new relationship with somebody in your career and workspace. And that could be an auspicious Lady Luck story as well. But for the most part, with the second house involvement, it looks like it's a financial luck matter, not a relationship one. So I hope that's useful for you guys. And I hope that is something that you can harness and time your best life. Not everyone's going to win money this week. Let's be serious. But we know that money and luck are possibilities for some signs, and other people just feeling fortunate. So favor fortunes us this fortune favors the bold. Venus Lady Luck favors us during the end of this week, Thursday through to Sunday. Forget about the world going to hell in a handbasket with Pluto opposition to Mars. But that's a story for the collective. Very few of us are going to find ourselves at the mall where the shooter is. Let's be serious. So it's not your drama. It's collective. It's affecting the world. Unless you're living in a place where war is already happening, you're likely not to be impacted in those kinds of harsh ways. Let's all send prayers to people in Lebanon, people in Gaza. Let's send prayers to people in all of the Middle East already as a place of great trauma, tragedy, and devastation. And GOCIDE. Yes, the bad word you can't say here on these platforms. Thank you. I'll see you guys next on Thursday's video. My videos come out Sunday morning, Monday morning, and Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, in case you're wondering what my production schedule is. Thanks, guys. Ciao, ciao.